Somewhere, someone actually thought these were good ideas. And because of that, I get to tell you all about them. You're watching Beautiful Nonsense. Let's listen to some dumb laws for every state. Dumb laws that still exist in Alabama. In Addiston, you may not wear blue jeans down Noble Street. Bear wrestling matches are prohibited. Dominoes may not be played on Sunday. It is illegal for a driver to be blindfolded while operating a vehicle. It's illegal to wear a fake mustache, which causes laughter in church. It is illegal to drive the wrong way down a one-way street if you have a lantern attached to the front of your automobile. You know, if you're driving in the dark, I guess go for it. In Montgomery, it's considered an offense to open an umbrella on a street for fear of it spooking horses. That's a good one. Or was a good one, I guess. You cannot chain your alligator to a fire hydrant in Alabama. You may not drive barefooted. You may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time. Dumb laws in Alaska. Even though it is legal to hunt a bear, it is illegal to wake a bear and take a picture for photo opportunities. In Alaska, it is illegal to whisper in someone's ear while they're moose hunting. It is considered an offense to push a live moose out of a moving airplane. Kangaroos are not allowed in barbershops at any time. Moose may not be viewed from an airplane because you can't push them out. Dumb laws in Arizona. Donkeys cannot sleep in bathtubs. In Glendale, cars may not be driven in reverse. Hunting camels is prohibited. It is illegal for men and women over the age of 18 to have less than one missing tooth visible when smiling. It is unlawful to refuse a person a glass of water. In Mohave County, a decree declares that anyone caught stealing soap must wash with it until it's all used up. Laws in Arkansas. A law provides that school teachers who bob their hair will not get a raise. Alligators may not be kept in bathtubs. Arkansas must be pronounced Arkansas. In Arkansas, it is illegal to buy and sell blue light bulbs. Dumb laws in California. There's a few. Baldwin Park, nobody's allowed to ride a bicycle in a swimming pool. Blythe, you are not permitted to wear cowboy boots unless you already own at least 2 cows. Burlingame is illegal to spit except on baseball diamonds. Caramel ice cream may not be eaten while standing on the sidewalk. It was repealed when Clint Eastwood was mayor, by the way. Women may not wear high heels while in city limits. What? Community leaders pass an ordinance that makes it illegal for anyone to try and stop a child from playfully jumping over puddles of water. In Hollywood, it is illegal to drive more than 2,000 sheep down Hollywood Boulevard at one time. In California, it is illegal to have caller ID. What? Also in California, it is against regulations to let phones ring more than 9 times in state offices. Probably because they can't have caller ID. It's illegal to cry on the witness stand. And Lodi is illegal to own or sell silly string. It's illegal to sell a mousetrap without a hunting license. Oh my goodness. Women may not drive in a house coat. Wow. Dumb laws in Colorado. Car dealers may not show cars on a Sunday. Cripple Creek, it is illegal to bring your horse or pack mule above ground floor of any building. In Denver, the dog catcher must notify dogs of impounding by posting for 3 consecutive days a notice on a tree in the city park and along a public road running through said park. It is unlawful to lend your vacuum cleaner to your next door neighbor. It is illegal to mistreat rats. And you may not drive a black car on Sundays. So in Colorado, it is now legal to remove the furniture tags that say do not remove under penalty of law. In Pueblo, it is illegal to let a dandelion grow within city limits. In Sterling, cats may not run loose without having been fit with a taillight. Some laws in Connecticut. A local ordinance in Atwoodville, Connecticut, prohibits people from playing Scrabble while waiting for a politician to speak. A pickle is not officially a pickle unless it bounces. Why don't you all go out there and start bouncing your pickles? Balloons with advertising on them are illegal in Hartford, Connecticut. In Bloomfield, Connecticut, it is against the law to eat in your car. Deveron, it is unlawful to walk backwards after sunset. In Guilford, only white Christmas lights are allowed for display. In Hartford, you aren't allowed to cross a street while walking on your hands. How often does that happen? In Connecticut? And then finally, you may not educate dogs. And finally, you may not educate dogs. Dumb laws in the District of Columbia. In Washington, D.C., it is illegal to post a notice in a public which calls another person a coward for refusing to accept a challenge to duel. Not that it's illegal to duel. You just can't post a notice or call somebody a coward. It is unlawful for small boys to throw stones at any time, at any place in the District of Columbia. The U.S. government says it is a crime to give false weather reports. In Delaware, it prohibits horse racing of any kind on Good Friday and Easter Sunday. In Delaware, it is illegal to get married on a dare. It's not like Vegas, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Nope, Delaware, you just can't even do it. Dumb laws in Florida. In Sarasota, it is illegal to sing in a public place while attired in a swimsuit. I feel people probably have done that before. A special law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sunday, or they shall risk being arrested, a fine, and or jailing. In Florida, the law forbids rats to leave the ship dock in Tampa Bay. Keep those rats on the ship dock. They're going to get in trouble. In Highley, ambling and strolling is a misdemeanor. If an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid just as if it was a vehicle. How many elephants are in Florida, let alone tied to a parking meter? In Florida, failure to tell your neighbor their house is on fire is illegal. If in Florida, it's illegal to fish while driving across the bridge. While driving across the bridge, I would think it'd be illegal to fish while driving at all. But it's just across the bridge. In Florida, it's illegal to skateboard without a license. I didn't know skateboards had license. Women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer, as can the salon owner. All that warm air, relaxes you. Don't go to sleep. You are not allowed to break more than 3 dishes per day or chip the edge of more than 4 cups and or saucers. I wonder what happens if you do. Dumb laws in Georgia. In Ashworth, all citizens must own a rake. It's against the law to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or a street lamp. Giraffe. Donkeys may not be kept in bathtubs. In Gainesville, chickens must be eaten with the hands. It is illegal in Georgia to use profanity in the presence of a corpse. In Quitman, it's illegal for a chicken to cross the road. That joke won't work then. In Jonesboro, it's illegal to say, "Oh boy." In Marietta, though it is illegal to spit from a car or bus, citizens may spit from a truck. Dumb laws in Hawaii. All residents may be fined as a result of not owning a boat. Coins are not allowed to be placed in one's ears. So sorry, magicians. In Honolulu, within the limit of any public park, it is unlawful to annoy any bird. Be nice to those birds, for sure. In Hawaii, it is illegal to get a tattoo behind your ear or on your eyelid, unless in the presence of a registered physician. Strange laws in Idaho. In Boise, residents may not fish from a giraffe's back. What is with these giraffes and elephants? Yeah, in Georgia, you can't tie them to a street pole. And then in Idaho, you can't fish from their back. In Idaho Falls, if you're 88 years old or older, it is illegal for you to ride your motorcycle. Come on. Maybe they're good at riding their motorcycle over 88. That's ageism, right? Idaho state law makes it illegal for a man to give his sweetheart a box of candy weighing less than 50 pounds. Wow, that's a lot of candy. Riding a merry-go-round on Sundays is considered a crime in Idaho. Dumb laws in Illinois. A state law in Illinois mandates that all bachelors should be called master, not mister, when addressed by their female counterparts. According to state law, it is illegal to speak English. The officially recognized language is American. In Des Plaines, wheelbarrows with for sale signs may not be chained to trees. It's better than the giraffes. In Eureka, a man with a mustache may not kiss a woman. Sorry, guys. In Evanston, bowling is forbidden. It is illegal to go trick-or-treating on Halloween. It's also unlawful to change clothes in an automobile with the curtains drawn, except in case of a fire. In Homer, it is against the law to use a slingshot unless you are a law enforcement officer. Now, how many officers do you see with a slingshot? In Illinois, it is illegal for anyone to give lighted cigars to dogs, cats, and other domesticated animals kept as pets. Don't let your pets smoke. Come on, guys. In Chicago, it is also illegal to take a French poodle to the opera. Other poodles are fine, but not the French poodle. In Kirkland, bees are not allowed to fly over the village or through any of Kirkland's streets. They're going to arrest the bees. Law forbids eating in a place that is on fire. Who would sit down? Wow, it's on fire. Let me have some lunch. In Kenilworth, a rooster must step back 300 feet from any residence if he wishes to crow. How's the rooster going to know this? Hens that wish to cackle must step 200 feet back from any residence. Keep those roosters and hens away. 200, 300 feet away. In Normal, Illinois, how normal is Normal, Illinois? It is against the law to make faces at dogs. I don't want to hurt those dogs' feelings. You may be convicted of a Class 4 felony offense, punishable by up to 3 years in state prison for a crime of eavesdropping on your own conversation. How do you eavesdrop on your own conversation? Can somebody explain that to me? I'm not sure how that would work. Dumb laws in Indiana. Spiteful gossip and talking behind a person's back are illegal. I kind of like that one. That should be in the place more, right? Might eliminate some issues that are going on everywhere. All males 18 to 50 years old must work 6 days a year on public roads. It's kind of a good one too, Indiana. Back in 1924, a monkey was convicted in South Bend of the crime of smoking a cigarette. And he was sentenced to pay a $25 fine and the trial costs. I'm not sure how the monkey did that. Not how he smoked it, but how he paid the fines. In South Bend, Indiana, it is illegal to make a monkey smoke a cigarette. Wait. Okay. So why didn't the person that made the monkey smoke the cigarette? Why did the monkey get in trouble then? All right, anyway. In Morgan, Indiana, bathing is prohibited during the winter. Oh. Okay. In Beech Grove, Indiana, it is forbidden to eat watermelon in the park. Citizens are not allowed to attend a cinema or theater, nor ride a public streetcar within at least 4 hours after eating garlic. Those closed, confined areas with the garlic breath is not a good thing. It's against the law to pass a horse on the street. Okay. If any person has a puppet show, wire dancing, or tumbling act in the state of Indiana and receives money for it, they'll be fined $3 under the act to prevent certain immoral practices. No one may catch a fish with their bare hands. I know people that do that. But yeah, there is no fishing with your hands in Indiana. Dumb, strange laws in Iowa. Here's another one. A man with a mustache may never kiss a woman in public. So this one, they can kiss a woman, just not in public. Horses are forbidden to eat fire hydrants in Marshalltown, Iowa. How would a horse even eat a fire hydrant? In Fort Madison, the fire department is required to practice firefighting for 15 minutes before attending a fire. There's a fire going on, but let's go do some little practice first before we put it out. In Atuma, Iowa, it is unlawful for any male person within the corporate limits of the city to wink at any female person with whom that they are unacquainted. Okay. Now we're to dumb laws in Kansas. In Kansas City, saying the name George Washington without adding the phrase, blessed be his name, can land you with a fine of up to 50 cents. In Lawrence, Kansas, all cars entering the city limits must first sound their horn to warn the horses upon their arrival. And no one may wear a bee in their hat. I wouldn't want to do that. Anyway, it is illegal to catch bullfrogs in a tomato patch. And it is illegal to hunt whales in Kansas. You can't hunt whales. All right, just keep that in mind. It's also illegal to put ice cream on cherry pie in Kansas. I don't know if ice cream would be good on cherry pie in any state. Now, pumpkin pie, apple pie. Yeah, it's good ice cream. Dumb laws in Kentucky. In Kentucky, every citizen is required to take a shower once a year. In Owensboro, a woman may not buy a hat without her husband's permission. Gotta look good for the derby, right? Also in Kentucky, it is illegal to marry the same man more than 3 times. Gun laws in Louisiana. An old ordinance declares goatees illegal unless you first pay a special license fee for the privilege of wearing one in public. Biting someone with your natural teeth is simple assault, while biting someone with your false teeth is aggravated assault. It is illegal to gargle in public places. It is illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it. It is illegal in Lafayette, Louisiana, to play a musical instrument for the purpose of attracting attention without a license. Mourners at a wake may not eat more than 3 sandwiches. And also in New Orleans, you may not tie an alligator to a fire hydrant again. Stop with these animals and tying them places and putting them in bathtubs and dumb laws in Maine. After January 14th, you'll be charged a fine for having your Christmas decorations still up. In Augusta, to stroll down the street playing a violin is against the law. In Portland, Maine, shoelaces must be tied while walking down the street. For safety, right? In Waterville, Maine, it is illegal to blow one's nose in public. It's unlawful to tickle a woman's chin with a feather duster in Portland. And you may not step out of a plane in flight. I mean, if somebody did that, I don't think they're going to be able to arrest them. Just think. If it's in flight. Yeah. Dumb and strange laws in Maryland. In Baltimore City, though you may spit on a city roadway, spitting on a city sidewalk is prohibited. You may not curse inside the city limits. Eating while swimming in the ocean is prohibited. I don't even know why you'd want to do that. It'd be kind of gross. In Baltimore, it's illegal to mistreat oysters. You don't want to have an oyster crying like that SpongeBob episode. In Baltimore, it is illegal to wash or scrub sinks, no matter how dirty they get. Oh, you can't clean your sink? Also in Baltimore, it is illegal to take a lion to the movies. I wonder if you can tie them to a post or something, though, like the other states for these wild animals. It's a violation to be in a public park with a sleeveless shirt. It's a $10 fine. And finally, you cannot throw a bale of hay out of the second-story window in Annapolis. I don't even know how you get a bale of hay up to the second-story window and want to throw it out. But don't do it. Dumb and strange laws in Massachusetts. At a wake, mourners may eat no more than 3 sandwiches. In Boston, it's illegal to play the fiddle. In Holyoke, Massachusetts, it makes it unlawful to water your lawn when it's raining. Why would somebody want to water the lawn while it's raining? Don't do it, it's illegal. Also, in Boston, Massachusetts, it's illegal to take a bath unless instructed to do so by a physician. Doesn't say you can't take a shower, though. Just don't take a bath unless the doctor tells you to. In Massachusetts, It is unlawful to deliver diapers on Sunday, regardless of emergencies. So make sure you are stocked up on all diapers you may need by Saturday. In Massachusetts, you must have a license to wear a goatee. Also, if you get caught eating peanuts in church, you can be jailed for up to 1 year just for eating peanuts. I wonder if they're afraid of allergies? I'm not sure. In Provincetown, Mass, it's illegal to sell suntan oil until afternoon on Sunday. And it's also illegal to frighten a pigeon. Don't do that. It's illegal to put a tomato in clam chowder. Tomatoes and clam chowder? I don't think that would be good. It's illegal to keep a mule on the second floor of a building, not in a city, unless there are 2 exits. In Longmeadow, it is illegal for 2 men to carry a bathtub across the town green. Can 1 man carry it? Or 3? Doesn't say. In Marlborough, it is illegal to buy, sell, or possess a squirt gun. Silly string is illegal in the city limits. Silly string is fun, though. But not in Marlborough. In Newton, all families must be given a hog from the town's mayor. Who's the mayor of Newton? I'm going to get my hog. Although I don't live there. So. No gorilla is allowed in the back seat of any car. So those of you with your pet gorillas, can't put them in the back. At least not in Massachusetts. Snoring is prohibited unless all bedroom windows are closed and securely locked. Defacing the milk carton is punishable by a $10 fine. What do they mean by defacing the milk carton? Like just drawing on it? I don't know. These laws. Dumb laws in Minnesota. A Michigan law states that a wife's hair legally belongs to her husband. A woman isn't allowed to cut her own hair without her husband's permission because, he legally owns it. In Detroit, Michigan, it is illegal to sleep in a bathtub, no matter how tired you are. Blue Earth, Minnesota, has a law that declares that no child under the age of 12 may talk over the telephone unless monitored by a parent. And that law couldn't have been made that long ago if it's about telephones, right? A person may not cross state lines with a duck atop their head. Don't put ducks on your head, guys. Come on. Especially not in Minnesota. All bathtubs must have feet. All men driving motorcycles must wear shirts. Every man in Brainerd, Minnesota is required by law to grow a beard. Have to have a beard? Wow, I guess it's kind of cold up there, right? In Minnesota, it is illegal to tease skunks. You probably don't want to do that anyway. Virginia, Minnesota, you're not allowed to park your elephant on Main Street. There it is with the elephants again. What is with these people and these crazy, weird animals? Elephants, ducks, alligators, giraffes, gorillas. All right, in Kalamazoo, Minnesota, it is against the law to serenade your girlfriend. That's not very nice, people of Kalamazoo. You should be able to serenade your girlfriend if you want to, even if you're no good. Dumb laws in Mississippi. In Temperance, Mississippi, you can't walk a dog without dressing it in diapers. The bag's needed, just take the diapers. It is illegal to drive around town square more than 100 times in a single session. I wonder who's counting. Yeah, somebody sit around, sit and watch the cars as they go by and count. In Tylertown, it is unlawful to shave in the center of Main Street. Who would stand in the center of any street and shave? I guess somebody in Mississippi did. Dumb laws in Missouri. In Excelsior Springs, hard objects may not be thrown by hand. Not sure what you use. I guess a slingshot? Worrying squirrels is not tolerated. Don't mess with the squirrels. 4 women may not rent an apartment together. Like the Golden Girls? Maybe because of the Golden Girls? I don't know. And it is not illegal to speed in Missouri. Just so you all know. Those speed demons. And Purdy, dancing is strictly prohibited. It's kind of like Footloose, right? Dumb laws in Montana. It is a felony for a wife to open her husband's mail. And balls may not be thrown within the city limits. I guess there's no baseball or anything like that. And those are all the dumb laws I'm seeing in Montana. Dumb laws in Nebraska. A man is not allowed to run around with a shaved chest. A parent may be arrested if their child cannot hold back a burp during a church service. Oh, I would be so much in trouble in Nebraska. It is illegal for a mother to give her daughter a perm without a state license. Luckily, I don't need that for my daughter. Her hair is curlier than mine. In Lay, Nebraska, donut holes may not be sold. I'm not sure what they do with them, though. In Waterloo, barbers are forbidden from eating onions between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So only if they work there in that time? Or at any time? Dumb laws in Nevada. In Elko, everyone walking the streets is required to wear a mask. In Las Vegas, it's against the law to pawn your dentures. It is illegal to drive a camel on the highway. Dumb laws in New Hampshire. If a person is caught raking the beaches, picking up litter, hauling away trash, putting a bench for the park, or many other kinds of things without a permit, they may be fined $150 for maintaining the national forest without a permit. Wow. Also, the New Hampshire law forbids you to tap your feet, nod your head, or in any way keep time to the music in a tavern, restaurant, or cafe. I want you to have any fun. You may not run machinery on Sundays in Nevada. Dumb laws in New Jersey. Automobiles are not to pass horse-drawn carriages on the street. In Bernards Township, it is illegal to frown as the town is a frown-free town zone. In Cardwell, New Jersey, you may not dance or wear shorts on the main avenue. In Cresskill, New Jersey, all cats must wear 3 bells to warn birds of their whereabouts. Like it. And then in New Jersey itself, it is illegal to detain a homing pigeon. Again, leave those pigeons alone, guys. In New Jersey, it is illegal to slurp your soup. You make that legal at my house. It's against the law for a man to knit during the fishing season. You gotta go fishing and not knitting? It is against the law to frown at a police officer. Anywhere, not just in one town. It's illegal to delay or detain a homing pigeon again. In Newark, it's illegal to sell ice cream after 6 p.m. unless the customer has a note from his doctor that he can get some ice cream. You cannot pump your own gas. All gas stations are full service and full service only. It might be nice, actually, to not have to pump my own gas, especially in the wintertime or crazy bad weather. Dumb laws in New Mexico. A city council member in Albuquerque, New Mexico, introduced a resolution a few years ago to ban Santa Claus from the city. The matter was defeated, though. In Albuquerque, it's illegal for cab drivers to reach out and pull potential customers into their cabs. In La Cruz, you may not carry a lunchbox down Main Street. Dumb laws in New York. A fine of $25 can be levied for flirting. A license must be purchased before hanging clothes on a clothesline. In Carmel, a man can't go outside while wearing a jacket and pants that do not match. Citizens may not greet each other by putting one's thumb on the nose and wiggling the fingers. Donkeys are not allowed to sleep in bathtubs in Brooklyn, New York. The rest of New York is fine. During a concert, it is illegal to eat peanuts and walk backwards on the sidewalks. Okay. In New York, you can teach your pet parrot to speak, but not to squawk. In New York City, it's illegal to shake a dust mop out a window. It is against the law to throw a ball at someone's head for fun. Jaywalking is legal as long as it's not diagonal. That is, you can cross a street out of the crosswalk, but you can't cross a street diagonally. Slippers are not to be worn after 10 p.m. In Staten Island, you may only water your lawn if the hose is held in your hand. No auto waterers. While riding in an elevator, one must talk to no one and fold their hands while looking toward the floor. Dumb laws in North Carolina. In Barber, fights between cats and dogs are prohibited. Elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields. In Asheville, it is illegal to sneeze on city streets. In Raleigh, before a man asks for a woman's hand in marriage, he must be inspected by all barnyard animals on the young woman's family property to ensure her run is farm life. Gotta trust those animals, right? In Nags Head, North Carolina, what a name, you can be fined for singing out of tune for more than 90 seconds. In Kill Devil Hills, that's an even crazier name, you may not ride a bicycle without having both your hands on the handlebars. Oh, no more showing off for your friends. Or no more, look, Ma, no hands. The laws of North Dakota. In Fargo, one may be jailed for wearing a hat while dancing, or even for wearing a hat to a function where dancing is taking practice, even if you're not dancing. In North Carolina, it's illegal to keep an elk in a sandbox in your backyard. In Waverly, you better not let your horse near the tub, since horses are prohibited from sleeping in them as well as in the house. It is illegal to lie down and fall asleep with your shoes on. The laws of Ohio. According to Ohio law, it is against the law to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license. In Bay Village, it is illegal to walk a cow down Lake Road. In Cleveland, it is illegal to catch mice without a hunting license. In Clinton County, any person who leans against a public building will be subject to fines. In Chillicothe, Ohio, it is illegal to throw rice at weddings. Columbus is illegal for stores that sell cornflakes on Sunday. Fairview Park, it is against the law to honk your horn excessively. My grandmother was fined for honking her horn twice at a neighbor. It is illegal to throw a snake at someone. I'm sorry, it is illegal to throw a snake at someone, but it's illegal to shake a snake. Someone shake a snake. Items left on tree lawns become city property. A tree lawn? What is a tree lawn? In Marion, you cannot eat a donut and walk backwards on a city street. In McDonald, you goose may not parade down Main Street. No one may be arrested on Sunday or on the 4th of July. It's like the purge. You may not run out of gas. It's against the law, apparently, in Ohio. Okay. Some laws of Oklahoma. A city ordinance in Oklahoma states that it shall be unlawful to put any hypnotized person in a display window. In Ada, it is, if you wear New York Jet clothing, you must be put in jail. This is in Oklahoma. They don't like the New York Jets, apparently. In Bromide, Oklahoma, it is illegal for children to use towels as capes and jump from houses, pretending to be Superman. In Oklahoma, people who make ugly faces at dogs may be fined and or jailed. Don't tease the dogs, guys. In Tulsa, it is against the law to open a soda bottle without supervision of a licensed engineer. Be very busy engineers. It is against the law to wear a comic book, to read a comic book, operating a motor vehicle. I mean, yeah. It's illegal to wear your boots to bed. In Oklahoma, they will not tolerate anyone taking a bite out of another's hamburger. Tattoos are banned over there in Oklahoma. And tissues are not to be found in the back of one's car. Down laws of Oregon. Dishes must drip dry. In Hood River, juggling is strictly prohibited without a license. It is against the law for a wedding ceremony to be performed at a skating rink. Ministers are forbidden from eating garlic or onions before delivering a sermon. In Myrtle Creek, one may not box with a kangaroo. People may not whistle underwater. In Salem, women may not wrestle. Dumb laws of Pennsylvania. A special cleaning ordinance bans homemakers from hiding dirt and dust under a rug in a dwelling. All fire hydrants must be checked 1 hour before fires. If a motorist sees a horse coming down the street, the driver must pull off to the side of the road, cover the vehicle with a canvas, and if the horse is still scared, the driver must get out of his car and take it apart until the horse isn't scared anymore. In Philadelphia, you can't put pretzels in bags. It is illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator outdoors. Mooresville, it is required that a woman have a permit to wear cosmetics. In Ridley Park, you cannot walk backwards eating peanuts in front of the Barstormers Auditorium during a performance. And you may not catch a fish by any body part except the mouth. I think that means the fish's body part. Some laws on Rhode Island. In Providence, Rhode Island, it is illegal to sell toothpaste and toothbrush to the same customer on a Sunday. In Scituate, Rhode Island, I'm not sure that's how you say it, is illegal to keep a flock of chickens in your motorhome if you live in a trailer park. I think I saw a animal addiction video part about that. Chickens in what I think it was motorhome. But I don't think you live in a trailer park, actually. Anyway, it's also considered an offense to throw pickle juice on a trolley. What? Laws in South Carolina. By law, if a man promises to marry an unmarried woman, the marriage must take place. Every adult male must bring a rifle to church on Sunday in order to ward off Indian attacks. In Fountain Inn, horses are to wear pants at all times. I didn't even know they made pants for horses. Anyone have a picture of that? Horses may not be kept in bathtubs. Merchandise may not be sold within a half-mile of a church unless fruit is being sold. Musical instruments may not be sold on Sunday. No work may be done on Sunday. An exception to that is light bulbs may be sold. So if you sell light bulbs, you can do that on Sunday in South Carolina. On Hilton Head Island, it is illegal to shine a flashlight on a sea turtle. Performing a U-turn within 1,000 feet of an intersection is illegal. Railroad companies may be held liable in some instances for scaring horses, as if they blast their horn. Spartanburg, South Carolina, it says eating watermelons in the Magnolia Street Cemetery is forbidden. Doesn't say why, though. It's like South Dakota has one dumb law. It's illegal to lie down and fall asleep in a cheese factory. You think that might be in Wisconsin, but nope. Dumb laws in Tennessee. Driving is not to be done while asleep. In Dyersburg, Tennessee, it is illegal for a woman to call a man for a date. Men, you gotta be calling your women. Hollow logs may not be sold. In Memphis, it is illegal for a woman to drive a car unless there is a man either running or walking in front of it, waving a red flag to warn approaching motorists or pedestrians. Come on, women aren't that bad at the drivers most of the time. It's illegal for frogs to croak after 11 p.m. In Oneida, an ordinance forbids anyone to sing the song, "It Ain't Going to Rain No More." I don't even know that song. Dumb laws in Texas. A city ordinance states that a person cannot go barefoot without first obtaining a special $5 permit. A recently passed anti-crime law requires criminals to give their victim 24 hours notice, either orally or in writing, and to explain the nature of the crime to be committed. So they're fully prepared. In Borgia, it is against the law to throw confetti, rubber balls, feather dusters, whips, or riding crops at explosive fireworks of any kind. In Clarendon, it is illegal to dust any public buildings with a feather duster. In Mesquite, it's illegal for kids to have unusual haircuts. It's illegal to milk another person's cow. And there is an old law in Texas that states you are unable to tuck your pants into one boot unless you own 10 or more cattle. And you can be legally married by publicly introducing a person as your husband or wife 3 times. Laws of Utah. Birds have the right of way on all highways. In Utah, it is illegal to fish from horseback. It's also the husband is responsible for every criminal act committed by his wife while she is in his presence. it's illegal not to drink milk. In Provo, throwing snowballs will result in a $50 fine. And in Salt Lake City, no one may walk down the street carrying a paper bag containing a violin. That is an obscure law. Dumb laws in Vermont. There are none listed. Good job, Vermont. Dumb laws of Virginia. Children are not to go trick-or-treating on Halloween. In Culpeper, no one may wash a mule on the sidewalk. In Christiansburg, it's illegal to imitate a police whistle. In Richmond, it's illegal to flip a coin in a restaurant to see who pays for a coffee. Swearing at someone over the phone in Virginia is punishable by a $100 fine. There was once a law in Salem, Virginia, that made it illegal to leave home without knowing where you were going. Dumb laws of Washington. All lollipops are banned. In the state of Washington, it is legal to catch a fish by throwing a rock at it. Washington State doesn't allow fake wrestling. And in Wilbur, you may not ride an ugly horse. Dumb laws of West Virginia. According to the state constitution, it is unlawful for anyone to own a red or black flag. In Alderson, one may not walk a lion, tiger, or leopard, even on a leash. If you wear a hat inside a theater, you could get fined. It's illegal to snooze on a train. It's unlawful for chickens to lay eggs before 8 a.m. and after 4 p.m. In Nicholas County, no member of the clergy is allowed to tell jokes or humorous stories from the pulpit during a church service. No children may attend school with their breath smelling of wild onions. Dumb laws of Wisconsin. At one time, margarine was illegal. Cheesemaking requires a cheesemaker's license, and Limburger cheese making requires a master cheesemaker's license. In St. Croix, women are not allowed to wear anything red in public. In Wisconsin, you are allowed to marry your house. Also, after 3 a.m., you have to send a rocket signal in the air after every mile you drive. In Wisconsin, it's illegal to cut a woman's hair or to kiss on a train. In Racine, Wisconsin, it's illegal to wake a fireman when he is asleep. Dumb laws of Wyoming. Cheyenne citizens may not take showers on Wednesdays. In Wyoming, it is illegal to tattoo a horse with the intent of making it unrecognizable to its owner. And you may not take a picture of a rabbit during the month of June. And there you have it, a trip through legal Twilight Zone. Like, subscribe, and bring your sense of disbelief next time for more beautiful nonsense. Have a great day.